Hi.
This is Aim and
I'm Vision.
And today we are going to talk to you about Money Monday.
Money Monday.
Oh yeah.
No gloom in that doom, only pumping the cash register. So you're going to love it.
So we're going to talk about certain people that we follow. So the first person that we follow today is Kiala Kanai, and he is Chris Records' mentor.
Yes.
So he's going to talk about aiming and being focused on your vision and mission in business and how to discipline yourself within that scope.
So let's take a look at that.
Yep.
You know, one of the things that's really helped me a lot in life is to realize that life has a far better plan for me than I could ever plan for myself. Some people would call that God, nature, the universe, whatever you want to call it. But I do believe that there's a divine wisdom to everything that is taking place here. In science, they would call that panpsychism, the belief that there is an intelligent universe. And there is real science that is beginning to point to this as well. So I believe that everything that is happening in my life is ultimately happening to serve me. Therefore, I don't perceive failure. I'm just learning a lesson that is ultimately going to carry me on my mission. In fact, the terms failure and success are terms for the masses who want to live a life of, only success and no failure, or more success than failure. But the master realizes that both are important. Now, I'm not attached to terms like success and failure. I'm attached to my vision and my mission. And everything in life is ultimately serving me in accomplishing that mission. The challenges that I encounter are building within me the character and mindset that it's going to take to accomplish my mission.
Okay, so next up is going to be from a group that we follow on Instagram and on IG, and they're called Sleep for Suckers.
Yep.
And they're really, really great. They're going to be talking about the value within your tribe, all right, which is very important. If you're showing value and you're adding value to your tribe, you'll be able to really 20x and go up from there. So, but they say it a little better than I'm saying it right now. Watch the video and we'll talk about that afterwards.
You can make money so many different ways. But if you build an audience, you'll never have a problem making money because there's always people that want to get in front of that audience. Mm-hmm. So now I can't, and somebody asked me kind of like client testimonials. And I don't have a lot of client testimonials in terms of I help this person do this because I don't do like one-on-one stuff. My biggest thing is we have a bunch of client testimonials from the community. Mm-hmm. It's not like I took this person by the hand, led them from $30,000 a year to 6 and 7 figures. You have, because that's a part of your business model. But the community, it's not the fact that I have a building. Let's just say I have a building, and I put a bunch of people in the building. And when a bunch of people that are all of the same mindset get together, they start networking and pushing each other, success is inevitable. Mm-hmm. So if y'all keep coming to these recordings every single week, you'll start connecting with some of the same people, same mindset. You guys will eventually say, yo, what y'all doing at this? Y'all want to go to lunch? Then y'all go to lunch, y'all start creating powerful relationships, y'all connect, and y'all minds get together. And this is like a training platform for you all to go back and work with each other and build amazing businesses. And you will become really, really successful. But I can't say I made that happen. But I can say is we got the room together because I understand the magic of community and environment. So that's been I don't have a lot of testimonials of, well, David helped me do this. It's like the morning meetup helped me do this.
Yeah.
Our podcast mastermind, the Launch Your Podcast Challenge. That's been my model of entrepreneurship.
We're understanding about the power of duplication and how that can help you 20x yourself. But if you're adding value to the tribe, it's not about the single person. It's more about the entire tribe itself. Mm-hmm. Again, like that. But next up
is Vusi Thembekwayo.
Oh.
And Vusi Thembekwayo is a South African entrepreneur, and we follow him since way back. And he's going to talk about how you as a business should focus as a business entity and be disciplined within your craft.
Yeah. So let's check that out right now, and then we'll be right back after that.
Mm-hmm. And after this, in between that videos, you're going to get a bonus. So stay tuned for the next video.
Oh, please watch the bonus. It's dope.
Yes, ma'am. Quickly. Speak up.
I run a business that facilitates racing tournaments. So
I work with companies that want to invest in community development. So I have two questions. I have a friend and we run the business together. So I wanted to ask, how do you know how much your business is worth? Especially when you're young and you're working with big companies, how do you know how much your business is worth?
Yeah.
And secondly, I want to ask, in the face of adversity, how do you gain discipline of your money? Like, for example, now that I think the nicest thing about being an entrepreneur, I'm quite nervous. I think the nicest thing about being an entrepreneur is that you get money easily in your account. So I come from Mikuguletu, right? So when I go home, is that I get that my father would say, we've run out of sugar or something like that. So I want to know, how do you get control of your finances, and especially when you're still young and you have money into your account. So how do you not say, oh, okay, I have like 50,000 rand in my account, and how do I not buy a boat from Converse or something like that?
Yeah. Your question is the easiest to answer. It's the way you're asking the question that's incorrect. It's not your account, it's the business's account. So, there's a reason. That's not a clapback, that's a fact. There's a reason when you create a company, you go to the CIPC and you register it. It's because by law, a company is a juristic entity like you. It has a life. It's a human being. It exists. And in effect, what you're doing is you're drawing its blood supply to keep you alive. You're committing murder. You just won't go to jail for it. But you might end up at a sequestration or liquidation court, right? So your question is, but it's very important, which is the business is there, the money is there. How do I make sure I don't kill it? The answer is actually not that complex. You've got to have a way of separating you from the business. Here's a comment earlier. So I have a person who does the finances in the business. Every month I get a list of people to pay salaries. One of them is my name. And I pay me a salary. It's hard, eh? You're like, but there's... You know what I mean? But you've got to do it. Otherwise, if you don't introduce that discipline, you'll always be employed. You'll never be an entrepreneur. Okay. The second question was around, how do I create value in my business? How do I know how to price my business? Do you know what is the best price for your business? It's expensive plus one. When the customer says, ooh, it's expensive. Yeah, take that, add one. That's the price. Remember, expensive is nothing more than the layperson's way of saying I can't afford it. Okay, so you're not always expensive, you're just not targeting the right people. Yeah? So what I'm saying to you is, how do you know where to value your business? There are a couple of ways to do it. Check what other people do what you do, see what the average price is, etc., etc. But then you've got to make a decision about what you think is the value of what you do, and you've got to stand by it. Through the winters, we increased my price in South Africa this year, I think by 25%. In a market where people are losing jobs and the economy is in technical recession, you're increasing price by 25%? Yeah. Is it negotiable? No. And we stand by it. And if a customer comes and says, we want you, but, and I go, I'm so sorry, how much did you want to pay? Oh, but they want to pay, will you do it? Stand by the integrity of your price, right? There's a video I did that went viral. When somebody walks into Lamborghini and says to Lamborghini, it's expensive. Lamborghini will tell them, how do you know? And they'll say, because Toyota is X price. They'll tell you, Lamborghini, go buy a Toyota. Okay. Did that land for you?
Okay, so in that video, we learned about how targeted, focused action returns success. And as always, success leaves clues. So you want to do that, but you also want to make sure, like he was saying in that video, he was talking about the second woman and how they were talking about their followers, all right, like that. You want to remember that the fortune is in the follow-up. Yeah. We always say that that's our mentors. Michael Price says that the fortune is in the follow-up. You definitely want to do that, and as success leaves clues. Who said that?
Chris Redwood?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he got that from his mentor, whose video you saw at the beginning of this.
Yes,
so
indeed.
That's really great. But
what?
We did mention that there's going to be a bonus, okay?
Yeah.
So before you watch the bonus, we want to tell you all night now, if you like what you've seen so far, please let us...
Leave a comment in below.
Yes,
please.
let us know in the comments, and we'll engage in that comment with you, and we'll talk with you right there. That's how we really, as a collective or our tribe, will learn more.
Yep.
Okay, so this next video up in our bonus is none other than...
Jay-Z.
The Rock, baby! That's right, and he's going to be talking to you all in reference to business and money. Of course, it's Money Mondays, and how that relates to yourself and where you're at. It's really great. There's a huge golden nugget inside of that. I hope you like this, and we'll be right back after that, or we're good?
Nope, that is it.
All
Thank
right.
you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next video.
And before we go, I want to say, please keep watching and subscribing if you like. We've got a bunch of giveaways that are coming up because it's 2022 and you can't lose with 22s. Not in 22. Thank you all for watching.
See you.
You embody a business mogul, if there ever was one, whether it's the NBA, 40/40, brands around the globe, your own production company and label. What's your advice to other people coming up who are trying to make it and trying to become moguls in and of their own right? What's your advice to them?
My advice is just do things that are true to you. Most things that I'm involved with are extension of being creative. Rockaway is a clothing company. It's part of who you are, and hip hop is your attitude and what you're trying to express, how you dress. I love sports growing up. I grew up in a household where sports was on 24/7. So these are all things that are comfortable for me. These are things that I like. So I would just say get involved in things that you love, and also have a standard for yourself and have some sort of integrity and try to, find some sort of truth in what you're doing.